All right. Hello, Tom.
Hi, Haley.
How are you today?
Good, good.
Thank
Good.
you for meeting me regarding to the budget.
I thought you'd want to talk about that. Yep.
Yeah.
So, what do you think of it?
Well, it's a very optimistic figure that you have proposed.
Optimistic?
Yes, because in these circumstances, I believe,
Why do you think it's optimistic?
it's a little bit actually very high for us to achieve at the moment regarding to the restriction level. If you realize that we just got lifted a week ago.
Okay, well, I've got some strict targets I want to meet. I want to see if I can achieve those things.
Yeah.
So, but you think it's a bit too optimistic to get to, is it?
Yes, correct.
Okay, so why do you think it's that?
Right, so I'm just gonna point out the numbers for the last few months that
Yep.
we went through
Okay.
with different level of restriction.
Yep.
From then I will propose you the budget that I believe our team can achieve.
So you want to compare it to pre-restrictions?
Yeah.
Okay.
So with when we was in level 3 and 4, you know that we don't have many patients at the restriction. We only accepted emergency patients,
Okay,
which
fair enough.
mean we only accept actually we just got calls for 3 to 5 patients. In this case, we cannot ring around people and asking them for the recall or checkup, or they need to following up their recalls or anything.
Why? Why don't you think we
Because
can do
we're not allowed to. With level 3 and 4, we only see emergency, which means they have pain at night, loss of sleep or swollen face.
But we don't have restrictions anymore.
So I'm talking to you about that the old few days ago.
Okay.
The last few months.
Yep.
So I just want to point out the numbers and also the capacity of the dentists wanted to work back then is only 1 to 2 dentists a day. Yeah, and the income in those days is just 1,000 to 1,500 a day. So when we got lifted to level 2, we got around 2 to 3 dentists a day. And which means we accepted 8 to 10 patients. We call some recalls patient come in for the checkup examination because which we can do. The fillings and root canal to following the treatment and orthodontics. So that's our patient increase to up to 10 patients a day because we need to maintain in the infection control. We can't be rushing to see patient after patient. We have to keep a space between them. That's why the amount of the patients seeing a day is less, not back to normal yet. And in that level period, we only got the sales income is just 3,500 to 4,000 a day. In that calculation, each dentist is earning around 2,000 a day, which means we sell for each dentist is around 2,000 a day. And now we just lifted to level 1, and I'm trying to get 3 to 4 dentists a day. However, the patient, as you know, there are many reasons to limit our capacity, from the patient to our staff. But before going to the reason, I will tell you later on. I just want to point out the figure. I figure out the average we could make for each dentist to see 3,600 per day. In that case, that is our sales cash flow. We try to manage the cash flow budget in that figure, which means 900,000 per year for each dentist, and we try to manage 3 dentists a day, working non-stop for 5 days a week.
You want to scale it back to 900,000 per dentist?
Yes, which means
that's a big drop from my
I understand, but I would love to following this for the next 3 months, and then we can
Can I
review.
stop you there? Why do you think so? You told me because of restrictions there was issues. So what's to stop now? There's no more restrictions. What's to stop?
I understand there are no more restrictions, that we can do a little bit more, we can do more surgical and things like that. However, there's still the procedure to complete that is getting longer, and the patient is still hesitation to come in to do surgical and even for the normal checkup.
Yep.
So I'm gonna tell you. So first is the patient hesitation, as I mentioned. Secondly, doctor concerns. So some doctors request the patient have to be double vaxxed and vaccination, COVID vax, and some of them doesn't want to. So I have to change the dentist, and then it's a bit complicated for us, but we're dealing with that issue now. Other issue that this isolation situation. So some dentists, got close contact. You have to be in isolation, not even getting sick. Plus, the staff got COVID. They have to be in isolation, and then we short of staff, and then we can't assist that many dentists. Secondly, the most important thing, that last minute cancellation. As you know, like if they got sore throat, any symptom, we have to send them home. Or they call us like to cancel. So even though sometimes we got booked in 20 patients a day, but we're just seeing like 15 patients. With 3 dentists, it's like 5 patients, 4 per one. And in case in this budget for me to prepare any lockdown again, just like we was in the second lockdown, and then like I don't know
So
if the
you
third
want
lockdown
to
gonna happen again.
base your numbers based on some precautions, just in case we end up with another restrictions or lockdowns and so on. Is that
Correct,
right? But
yes.
So that means we're cutting the budget by almost 50% based on your
Yes,
numbers.
and I just asking you this for the next 3 months, and if we're gonna review our sales again, and then if it's going well, then we just put it back up,
Okay.
to reasonable budget
You
for
can
us.
readjust.
Yeah.
Okay. So, so we'll review this again. So can you redo the budgets based on your numbers, based on what you think is achievable, and then we'll reschedule another meeting for 3 months from now to go over the figures and see how the target is, if we're on target or we need to move further.
Yeah. I'm good. I hope you agree with my
I would have preferred that we work towards our target.
yeah.
All right, that's the aim. All right, and we should continue to walk the target, make that as a budget, and then this is more. If you think it's because you're more on the ground, you know what's happening with the patients and so on. So I'm going to take your word for it, and then we'll go from there.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you for meeting me. Have a lovely day.